Hello, everyone, and welcome to Before You Judge, the podcast where we explore life's toughest questions without rushing to conclusions. I'm your host, and today we're talking about a topic that has sparked countless arguments both online and offline. Should DNA tests be mandatory before every child receives a birth certificate? Is it a necessary protection for fathers or an unnecessary insult to mothers?
It's a conversation that makes many people uncomfortable. Supporters believe it protects innocent men from raising children who aren't biologically theirs. Opponents argue that it begins every family with suspicion instead of trust. So before you pick a side, let's hear both perspectives.
I'll be honest, if I had just carried a baby for 9 months, endured labor, and then someone told me, before we issue your baby's birth certificate, we need to prove the father is actually the father, I'd probably feel deeply hurt. Because what you're really saying is, we don't trust you.
Right. I understand why it feels personal. But what if the policy wasn't aimed at any particular woman? What if it applied equally to everyone? Seatbelts don't assume you're a bad driver. Insurance doesn't assume you'll have an accident. They're simply safeguards. Could mandatory DNA testing be viewed the same way?
Maybe. But relationships aren't machines. They're built on trust. If society starts every family with suspicion, aren't we weakening the very foundation of marriage and parenthood?
That's a fair concern. But imagine discovering after 15 or 20 years that the child you've loved and raised isn't biologically yours. The emotional pain is enormous. Many men who've gone through it say the truth would have been easier to bear if they'd known from the beginning.
But let's ask another question. How common is paternity fraud compared to the millions of faithful mothers? Should every woman be treated as a suspect because some people have been dishonest?
That's where opinions really divide. Some people argue that it's not about accusing women. It's about removing uncertainty. A DNA test provides facts, and facts don't take sides.
Yet facts don't erase feelings. Imagine a faithful wife whose husband says, it's just procedure. Even if she has nothing to hide, she may still wonder, after everything we've shared, why wasn't my word enough?
True. But think about this. If DNA testing became routine for everyone, husbands wouldn't have to ask for it. Wives wouldn't feel singled out. There'd be no accusations. Just a standard process for every birth. Would that change how people see it?
Perhaps. But I still worry about the message it sends. Children deserve to enter families built on love, not suspicion. Policies shape culture. And culture shapes relationships.
I agree. But transparency can also strengthen relationships. When difficult questions are answered early, they don't become painful secrets later. Sometimes certainty protects everyone involved, including the child.
So maybe this isn't simply about DNA. Maybe it's about something bigger. Trust, truth, protection, and respect. Finding the balance isn't easy.
Exactly. There may not be a perfect answer. Every choice has consequences. Mandatory testing could prevent painful situations, but it could also change how families experience one of life's happiest moments.
So, should DNA tests be mandatory before every child receives a birth certificate? Is it a reasonable safeguard, or does it begin parenthood with unnecessary doubt?
Now, we'd love to hear from you. If you were making the law, what would you decide and why?
Remember, the goal isn't just to have an opinion. It's to understand why someone else might have a different one. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who has a strong opinion on this topic.
We'll see you next time on Before You Judge, where every conversation begins with an open mind. Bye for now.